is a dark tale of demons, of sorcery, of dark, dark doings, and also of unions, managers, martial arts, and ladyboys. We take you to a world where demons are unleashed upon the earth, with chaos and carnage, and we show you the smoke-filled aftermath. You are now listening to The Temple of the Killer Tiger Monkeys. The Temple of the Killer Tiger Monkeys is a John Mitchell story and is brought to you by Cine Downloads. Narrated by Dr. Hugh Pincott. Episode 1. The hunter looks pensive. He looks around his rented one-room flat. It's basic, with a bed and a kitchen area. The thick curtains are drawn shut, creating gloom and a sense of foreboding. Around the room are multiple jars and containers stacked up against the walls in an untidy fashion. The bed has been pushed to one side, and a large satanic seal with pentagram and sigils has been painted on the bare floorboards. Lit candles are arranged around the room. A lectern with an ancient tome upon it stands nearby. The hunter is clothed in black robes, topped off with a well-worn safari-style hunter hat. He is standing by the lectern. He's a big man with the physique of someone who trains a lot of weights and eats a lot of cakes. He looks over at a table that has been turned into a makeshift altar with candles and a goat skull. In the center of the table is a small metal box. This box is old and weathered with scuffed paint and scratches. The hunter looks around the room to make sure everything is ready, and once he is satisfied, he goes over to the table and picks up the box. He carefully places the box into the middle of the seal painted on the floor. He opens the box, and a medieval minstrel complete with lute appears behind him. He's seen this minstrel many times before, so pays no mind to him. He knows that the box is a magical device, and the minstrel being some obscure accompaniment for it. The minstrel plays a song on his lute. The hunter returns to the lectern and reads out loud an invocation from the book. He utters arcane words from another age. He pauses, then goes over to the box once more. He reaches his fingers inside the box and prizes apart a curved section from the inside of it. As he removes this section, it reveals an infinitely deep void within the box, an endless chasm of impossibility. There is a flash. Then shafts of light with swirling smoke erupt from the void. Strong winds envelop the room. Paper and biscuit wrappers are blown all around. There's a loud groaning and creaking noise, which seemingly emanates from nowhere. The noise grows loud, and a neighbor upstairs bangs on the ceiling, his muffled voice shouting to keep the noise down. The hunter ignores him and returns to the lectern to continue the invocation. As the invocation grows louder and the hunter's movements become more vigorous, a shape begins to form inside the smoke within the center of the seal, its shape eventually coalescing into that of a human figure, also dressed in robes. The smoke and wind dissipate, and the figure stands still, staring at the hunter with glowing red eyes. The rest of his face is hidden underneath a large hood. The hunter stares at the figure, the burning red eyes of the demonic figure staring back at him. The hunter consults his ancient book. As he quickly turns the pages looking for something, the demon speaks with a harsh, gravelly voice.
Who are you, mortal? Who are you to summon my majestic presence to this physical realm? I, a lord of the 7th circle of the 12th level of the kingdom of spite and hate? Who are you?
The hunter doesn't respond and continues to look through the book for something. The demon seethes with malevolence at being ignored. Its gaze moves around the room. It falls upon the box, and a look of recognition flickers through the demon's red eyes.
Ah, the Inferno Porter, I see. God's gateway to hell. Who are you to own an object of such heavenly significance? Are you an angel? Are you on a mission from God?
The hunter finally looks up from his book and addresses the demon.
No, I'm not on a mission from God. I'm freelance.
The demon looks curiously at the hunter, who changes the subject.
I have a question of utmost importance to ask you, demon, and I command you to tell me the truth.
While I am trapped here within this seal, I am your servant. You may ask of me what you wish.
Good! I'm guessing that you're familiar with this book. Solomon's Panoptic Demonicon. This 3,000-year-old book is a complete encyclopedia of all the demons in existence.
The demon hisses and slowly nods its head.
Then tell me, you demon scumbag, which page features you?
The demon stares at the hunter for a while and then slowly replies.
I am on page 1367, paragraph 12.
The hunter begins leafing through the pages.
I am Yertafgryn, and am under the heading of Squalid Soul Leecher. There's a very nice illustration of me there, actually. It was done at a time that I was sporting a face of burning iron. If you can imagine it, it was a fashionable look at the time.
The hunter slams the book shut in a temper.
A friggin' soul leecher. God damn it.
Yertafgryn is taken back at this outburst.
Why do I keep getting the same demons over and over? Hell's a massive place, but you're the 4th friggin' soul leecher I've summoned this month. That's really pissed me off now.
Yertafgryn is confused and tries to reassert himself.
Yes, I am a soul leecher, a turgid parasite from Satan's swamps of torment. You mortal dare seek to insult me? I will skin your face and decorate my shoes with it.
The hunter looks at the demon and motions him to regard the jars, boxes, and chests which are stacked up in a haphazard way around the room.
These containers are demon traps. I have over 300 demons here. I've released over 500 more.
Yertafgryn doesn't understand.
I use the box to open hell. I summon, trap, and sell demons to specialist collectors.
On hearing this, Yertafgryn seethes with burning hate.
You trap my kind for profit? You are the parasite leecher.
The demon's eyes burn brightly.
When you find yourself in hell, I will be there, and I will feast on your intestines for millennia.
The hunter ignores this and continues with his rant.
These collectors collect demons like kids collect Pokemon. Some Pokemon are rare and hard to find. Some are common, like Pikachu, and are worth nothing. You're a Pikachu, A useless, common, everyday, boring non-entity that just wastes my time.
The demon's anger deflates.
Look at these 4 boxes here.
The demon looks over to see 4 Pringles tubes, the lids secured with elastic bands and demonic runes scrawled all over them.
These boxes contain the previous soul leeches I've summoned. I've tried to sell them on, but no one wants them. Soul leeches like you are just too common to make money on. Every collector has a soul leecher. They often have multiples in the same collection.
Yertafgryn is unhappy.
You keep demons? In Pringles boxes?
Pringles boxes, Tupperware boxes, tampon containers. As long as it can be magically sealed, it doesn't matter what it is.
What box did you have for me?
Cheese and onion Pringles.
Yertafgryn looks disgusted.
I hate cheese and onion. So nasty. I bet you haven't even washed the box out, have you?
The hunter looks away guiltily. Shaking his head, Yertafgryn asks,
What kind of unfortunate demon do you place in tampon containers?
Female ones. I try to be sensitive to feminist thinking, so I put the female ones where I think they'll be most happy. Do you think that's the right thing to do?
Well, I'm no expert on female psychology, but I feel they probably would appreciate the gesture and would be grateful for it.
The hunter looks relieved to hear this.
Thanks, pal. It's good to hear you say that. I do try and be inclusive where I can.
The demon nods to him.
Look, I don't need to collect you, as I've already got 4 of your kind, and as you're a nice guy, I might as well just release you.
Release me? Back to hell?
No, that would be pointless. It's better for me to release you outside.
Yertafgryn points at the window quizzically.
Absolutely. If I release you out there in the real world, it won't be long before someone pays me good money to capture you and send you back to hell. So, it's a win-win situation for me. And you get to have a holiday for once.
Yertafgryn is dumbstruck and overcome with emotion.
I've never walked the physical realm before. It's always been a dream of mine, to feel the warmth of the sun on my scales, to feel a gentle breeze caressing my infested pustules, the chance to take a rusty blade and massacre innocent people with blood, guts and shit defiling the streets. Oh, joy!
The hunter is shocked to his senses and interrupts.
Wait! If I release you, don't do any of that stupid, nasty stuff.
The demon looks instantly taken back.
If you do that, then you won't last long before you piss someone off and you get banished back to hell for eternity. So try and be sensible and don't do any stupid, evil stuff while you're out there.
Yertafgryn smiles, his broken yellow fangs glowing in the gloom, and he nods in agreement.
Yes, of course I'll behave. Demons don't do evil things.
The hunter walks over to the seal and, keeping a close eye on the demon, uses his foot to smudge the lines of the seal, creating a gap within it. Once done, the hunter steps back. The demon, with its eyes burning bright red, gingerly steps out of the seal.
I'm free! I'm free! For the first time in my life, I am free!
Yertafgryn punches the air with his rotting clawed fist. Then he stops for a moment and suddenly becomes self-conscious and anxious.
Now what do I do?
Well, try going out the door and promptly fucking off. I've got to try and summon a demon that isn't a useless gimp for a change.
Very well. I shall do as you say. There's the door. I shall go through it. Yes. And, well,
The The hunter watches Yertafgryn shuffle off towards the door, open it, and walk through into the sunshine beyond. Once satisfied that he's gone, the hunter closes the box, making the minstrel disappear. He then takes the book from the lectern and crashes down onto the bed with it. He opens a packet of biscuits and takes one out. He pulls the book close and begins to leaf through the pages, searching for a method to summon demons to order, rather than the random demons he's currently getting. Biscuit crumbs fall into the book as he leafs through. Yertafgryn stumbles out and into the sunshine. He struggles for a minute to cope with the bright light. After millennia spent in perpetual gloom, his red, lizard-like eyes take time to adjust. The warm rays cascading down onto him persuade him to peel back his heavy, damp hood. Once done, he feels the sensation of the gentle breeze tickling the rotting flesh on his head. He smiles at this, then compares the freshness of the air around him to the toxic, fetid stench from where he came. So he breathes in deeply, sucking up as much fresh air as he can into his dank, slime-filled lungs. Once his lungs are fully blown up, he exhales a cloud of foul and sour gas, causing a nearby cat to choke. Yertafgryn is ecstatic.
I can breathe. I can breathe.
He walks out into the road aimlessly, drunk on the effects of being free. An approaching car is forced to slam its brakes on to avoid a collision. The driver hits his horn hard, startling Yertafgryn. Leaning out of the window, the driver shouts,
"Get off the road, you dickhead!"
Yertafgryn laughs loud and walks over to the driver's window. He puts a rotting claw onto the car roof, the slime staining the paintwork. He leans in closer.
I am free. This is the greatest day of my life. Celebrate with me, mortal. Let us do as you mortals do, and fornicate.
The driver is instantly disgusted. He looks at the demon who's covered in slime and pus with an overpowering stench of death. Oh, he nearly vomits.
Get away from the car, you nasty fucking weirdo!
Yertafgryn is excited and leans in closer to the driver, who is desperately leaning away in the opposite direction.
We can fornicate with many whores and virgins, with wine and fine cheeses. And then, when we have satisfied our voracious lust and spent all of our semen, we can harvest the virgins for their entrails. Join me, mortal!
Yertafgryn's foul breath fills the car, and bubbling saliva rolls down his chin. The driver composes himself as best he can.
You're another of those deadbeat demon pricks! You fucking losers are everywhere these days!
Yertafgryn is immediately interested and leans his head into the car.
Yes, the hunter said he'd released another 500 demons. Where are the rest of my kind, mortal? Reveal their whereabouts to me, I command you.
As Yertafgryn speaks, maggots fall out of his mouth, into the car, and onto the driver's lap. The driver squeals as he urgently brushes the maggots off.
Your kind are all down Central Park camped out there. Go fornicate with those freaks, you fucking slime bag!
The driver pulls the car door and rapidly pushes the door open, forcing the demon back. He then slams the door shut and puts his foot down on the accelerator. His wheels spin hard as they find traction. A second later, he speeds away with his hand out of the window, sticking 2 fingers up at the demon as he leaves. Yertafgryn watches him go. He has a big grin on his face.
My brothers and sisters are free too. We are Legion, and will host the most debauched and degrading spectacle ever known. I must away at once to Central Park to join my brethren.
He starts walking, then stops as he realizes he doesn't know where the park is. There is no one around to ask. Standing in silence for a moment, he hears a distant drumming and can just about make out various roaring animal noises. He smiles and sets off walking in that direction. After some time, he notices that he's being followed by a small dog. This dog keeps its distance for a while, but was now starting to come closer and was sniffing his legs. The pungent odour emanating from the rotting flesh of his body had seemingly attracted this hungry animal. He stops and tries to shoo the dog away. This seems to excite the animal, and it starts to growl aggressively while circling him. Yertafgryn looks around to see if the dog has an owner, but he can't see one. The dog growls aggressively at him and tries lunging for a bite of his tasty, rotten legs. Losing patience with the animal and not wanting to spoil his good mood, he decides to employ a simple demon trick to scare it away. He clicks his fingers, and a bright spark explodes inches from the dog's face. The dog yelps, jumps, and runs away. Yertafgryn laughs and continues walking. The noises and drumming in the distance are getting closer. Yertafgryn notices smoke and flashes of light from the same place. He quickens his pace. As he does so, he gets a sense that he's being followed, so turns around and sees the same small dog from before. It is stalking him 50 feet away. He also notices that it is not alone, and that 3 other dogs, these ones much larger, have now joined in with the stalking. He continues walking at pace. After a minute or so, he notices that more dogs have joined the pack, and he is now being stalked by 9 dogs. His stench of decay is causing dogs to jump out of their gardens as he passes. Soon he counts 23 dogs fanned out behind him. He gets nervous and starts to jog. The dogs begin to trot to keep pace. Panic sets in, and Yertafgryn pulls up his robes with his claws and breaks out into a full sprint. The dogs immediately start barking and run after him. He runs down the street with a full pack of barking dogs chasing him, knowing full well that even with demon speed, he wouldn't be able to outrun these dogs for long. So he comes to a complete stop and turns to face the oncoming pack. He doesn't want to massacre the dogs, only to deter them. He brings his claws up as the dogs jump and lunge through the air at him. He slams his claws together, exploding an invisible force which blows the dogs backwards through the air. The dogs land in the street beyond. They're terrified, and all of them run away. Yertafgryn catches his breath. Seeing the dogs run away, he bends over with his hands on his knees, gulping big draughts of air. He feels better now, calmer. After a moment, he notices some humans coming towards him, so he stands up straight to see what they want. The humans look angry.
Where's my dog?
No, that's my dog. No, it's my dog. No, I do have a dog. It's my dog.
One particularly large man with a bald head and tattoos starts berating him.
Oi, that's my dog. You just a tat.
He's done something.
No,
I seen you trying to steal those dogs.
What's he done with the dog?
Then you attacked them with a demon magic.
The other angry humans are shouting and come closer.
He made my dog jump over my fence and follow him. I've been chasing him for 5 streets,
said a young man in a tracksuit who's puffing on a roll-up cigarette. The other humans are shouting similar accusations and are looking aggressive.
He stole them dogs because he wanted to get them back to his cave and eat them. He only stopped when he saw us lot,
screams a hysterical woman with long, lank hair.
Oh yeah, take him to your cave. Yeah. It's my dog. Have you eaten my dog? No, it's my dog. No, not you, him.
Yertafgryn quickly states his case.
I did no such thing. I don't even have a cave. These dogs chased me of their own accord, and I defended myself.
The human beings gathering resemble a mob. They shout him down and then shout amongst themselves.
Yeah.
I heard you was going to eat some. With toast!
Toast? Dog and toast? What evil prick he is!
I heard it's not even normal bread. It was French bread.
French bread? Why French bread? This is England, mate. If you're going to eat dog, eat with English bread.
You're English, mate. English. You're not a dog. I'm not a dog. You're not.
The mob cheer. Yertafgryn raises his voice.
Away the lads!
I wasn't going to eat any dogs. I don't eat dogs. In fact, they were going to eat me.
The humans start shouting abuse at him, calling him a dog snatcher, an animal attacker, and a French bread lover. Losing his patience, Yertafgryn shouts,
If you humans kept your dogs under control, then this would never have happened.
Hearing this makes the humans go silent and makes them extremely angry. The large man with tattoos quietly vocalizes what the mob is thinking.
So that's our fault that you tried to steal our innocent dogs so you could take them to your cave and eat them with your French toast. You're a sick, twisted, evil demon, dog-stealing, magical demon twat.
Yertafgryn doesn't know how to reply to that, but he can feel himself getting very angry. The man turns to the mob and addresses them.
Why do we have to put up with these underworld-dwelling monstrosities coming into our neighbourhood with their French-baked goods, French toast, chocolate baguettes, stealing our dogs, attacking the dogs and insulting us on our own streets? Is this why we pay our taxes?
The mob angrily shout in agreement.
I'd say we get our dogs. We make them angry and set them loose on this demon prick.
The mob cheer.
Then we get a large croissant and stick it up his...
Before the man can finish the sentence, a fireball streaks from the clawed hand of Yertafgryn and explodes a Vauxhall Corsa parked across the street. The mob instantly panics and scatters all over the place. Yertafgryn flings fireballs randomly around at the fleeing humans. Cars explode. Fences are shattered. Doors and windows and houses are blown out. Soon all the humans are gone, and the street looks like a war zone, with burning cars, cars aflame, giant holes in the road, and every house on the street damaged and seared. Yertafgryn's claws are scorched black, and smoke pours from them. His angry face becomes a grin. The grin becomes a large smile, and he laughs out loud.
That was fun.
He surveys the wreckage around him.
I'm going to love my time here on Earth.
Yertafgryn continues to walk towards the noise and commotion. As he draws nearer, he notices more and more people congregating. He pulls his hood back over his repellent head to avoid attracting attention. There are now hundreds of people milling around the streets. Cars are parked everywhere. As he gets closer to the park, he can see that the whole area is cordoned off with police tape. He notices the repetitive drone of helicopters overhead. The police are present along the entire length of the cordon. Facing the police is a multitude of protesters with multicolored dreadlocks, ethnic minority-style clothing, and facial piercings. They're chanting and singing at the police whilst waving placards. The messages on the placards reading such things as, "Demons have feelings too. Free the demons. We welcome all demons." Inside the cordon, he can hear the commotion of demons crashing around, fighting, burning things, and causing lightning strikes. It sounds like they're having a great time, and Yertafgryn is desperate to join them.
This episode was brought to you by Cine Downloads. Narrated by Dr. Hugh Pincott. Today's episode featured Doug Bradley as Yertafgryn the Demon, John Altman as the Hunter. Other voices provided by Warren Baker, John Lee, Gina B, Joe Sunder. Written, produced, edited and directed by John Mitchell. Co-produced by Chris Ball Hero. Sound recorded by Louis Thomsen. Chris Ball Hero. Sound engineer Andrew Doc Collins. Theme tune by Ged Grey. Thank you for listening, and watch out for the next episode of the Temple of the Killer Tiger Monkeys.